Well, a very good evening to our viewers of our Tribune Network. We are coming to you with a special broadcast from the Tribune Network. A big day in the Supreme Court. A string of petitions being heard by the apex court with regards to the farm laws. The bench headed by the Chief Justice heard these petitions today. All important hearing which took place through the day. I'm now joined by my legal editor, Satya Prakash, live from Delhi for more on this. Satya, good evening. First, take us through what happened in the court through the day. Important observations by the court, perhaps one of the most important, talking about setting up a committee and also indicating that they could stay the operation of these three laws.
Well, there were three most important points, Rohit. To start with, the court made it very clear that it wants the law to be stayed, at least the implementation of the laws to be stayed. And because the court, if you recollect, last time around also, when the matter went to the Supreme Court last month, the court had asked the government, are you ready to put it on hold?
Right.
And the government was not ready to accept that suggestion. And even today, the Attorney General, Mr. K.K. Venugopal, and Solicitor General, Mr. Tushar Mehta, they were completely opposed to the idea of staying the law or implementation of the law. In fact, they sought to draw a distinction between the two, staying the law and staying the implementation of the law. But the most important part, first, the court was not happy with the manner in which the entire thing has been handled. And in fact, the court went on to say that we are extremely disappointed the way the government is handling the issue. And they said the last 4 times you said that negotiations are on, and then what kind of negotiations are you holding? And then the court made it very, very clear that it's going to stay the law. So the only thing is that they did not pass any formal orders today,
Right.
and the matter has been listed for passing of formal orders tomorrow. So tomorrow we can expect the court to pass a formal order staying the operation of the 3 most contentious farm laws that had led to blocking of main entry points to Delhi by farmers since November 26.
And when the Supreme Court had amply clear that they could perhaps stay it if the government doesn't come up with a solution, what was the response of the center's representative, the AG? What was their response? What were the kind of comments made by them?
Well, the Attorney General was damn against it. He
Right.
made it clear that he doesn't want the law to be stayed. In fact, Solicitor General Mr. Tushar Mehta, he said we made our best efforts, but the farmer leaders, they are not accepting anything less than complete repeal of the law. And he said the government is ready to talk to them and on all the issues they are raising. But initially it was about MSP, and then now they are saying that we won't accept anything except repeal of the laws. And that is why the deadlock is. In fact, the government, the Supreme Court said, had indicated, and today also made it clear that it's going to set up a committee. And while the committee will talk to the farm leaders and maybe the government, then in the meantime, the court said at least the women and the old agitating farmers, they should leave the protest venues because of 2 reasons. One, the court said because of COVID, and the other is the Republic Day, which is on 26th of January.
And was there any response or observation made by the farmer, the advocates representing the farmers?
Well, there were 2-3 people who were on behalf of the farmers. Mr. Dushyant Dave was there,
Right.
and Mr. Colin Gonzalez was there. In fact, Mr. H.S. Fulka was there, and too many lawyers from their side. They basically they opposed. They wanted repeal of the law, and they were in a way their stand was not very clear in the sense that many of go to the farmers and then talk to them and come back to the court. So they are likely to come back to the court and make their stand clear. In fact, Mr. Fulka said that the farmers had authorized some of the lawyers to talk to them. So maybe tomorrow they will come back to the court with clear-cut stand what the farmers want.
So will the verdict be delivered after hearing the farmers, or the judgment will be delivered without listening, hearing the stand of the farmers?
Well, since the matter is listed tomorrow, so
Right.
in all probability there will be some hearing.
Okay.
Maybe the government will come back with something. If the government are ready to hold it back,
Right.
uh, so please, you don't pass any order staying the implementation of the law. We are undertaking not to implement it.
Right.
So that is one possibility from the on the part of the government,
Right.
that the Attorney General might come back and say, make such a statement before the court. The
Right.
second is, if they don't do, because the
Mm.
court has made it very clear that they're going to stay. So
Mm.
court will stay it,
Mm.
and then in the meantime, after
Mm.
the implementation of the law is stayed,
Mm.
thereafter the court will appoint a committee. In fact, the name of Justice R.M. Lodha, former CJI, that was
Mm.
suggested.
Right.
And in fact, the CJI said he spoke to former CJI, Justice P. Satasivam, who is
Mm.
former governor of Kerala also.
Right.
But Justice Satasivam declined the offer because he is not well versed in the Hindi language.
Right.
So he may not be in a position farmers leaders. So
Mm.
he declined it. So maybe some prominent name we can expect to be heading the committee appointed by the Supreme Court, and maybe it has to be seen who all are the
Exactly. I mean, what will be
part
the
of the committee.
contours of this committee? Has the
These
Supreme Court
contours and
indicated?
composition of the committee.
Right.
No, earlier the court had indicated that it would like to have some experts who have understanding of the entire issues
Right.
relating to agriculture.
Right.
But as of now, it's the only two names were mentioned, and Justice Sivam has already declined.
Mm.
So let's see who all are there in the committee. But the what from the hearing is one, that the court intends to stay the operation of the law.
Right.
So either the government accepts the suggestion and decides to put it on hold. One. Second, the court stays it, and then the next stage is the setting up of the committee, and then between the two sides, because the manner in which the government and the farmer unions, they have held the talks so far. 8 round of talks failed. Last round was on January 8, and the next round is proposed on January 15. But it has not yielded any results so far.
That's
so
right.
the court was pretty disappointed, and in fact, it made it very clear that it's very disappointed. One couple of points where the court's mind we could get was, one was the court said the manner in which the law was enacted. It was in pretty hurry. So that the court went on to comment.
Right.
And one particular petition is from the, or rather it's a PIL filed by some advocate seeking removal of the farmers from the sites they are presently there. And the court is suggesting that if possible, they should shift to a new venue, and they should vacate the roads they are blocking. I don't know how far the farmers unions are going to accept that suggestion and budge, but
with that petition be also heard by the Supreme Court? I mean, it's a different set of petition that's come up.
Yes, it's listed. It was heard also today, and some arguments were presented before the court. Right. And the main argument of this set of petitioners is that the Supreme Court in Shaheen Bagh case passed an order, and the order says you have a right to protest, but you don't have any right to, anybody doesn't have right to block any thoroughfare. Absolutely. You cannot occupy a public place indefinitely. So such demonstrations and protests have to be held at designated places. That's a different thing, that there are no designated places, but across the country. But in this case, the government had offered that the farmers can go to Burari, near Burari village. There is huge place, and they can hold their protest over there. But farmers, they had rejected the suggestion to start with.
But do we expect the Supreme Court also to point out where exactly they can protest, or it will be a separate order, or a club with the one which is expected tomorrow?
Well, one is that so far the protesting farmers, they are not party to these proceedings.
Right, right,
The court wanted them to be implemented and heard.
right.
But there is another set of farmers who have approached the court
Mhm,
who are saying that farm laws are good
mhm.
and we are for implementation with the farm law. In fact,
Okay.
one during the proceedings, the
Mhm,
CJI sought to know, are there any farmers who are supporting, everybody is opposing it.
mhm,
Then Attorney General pointed out and Solicitor General pointed out that this is being opposed in a particular area like Punjab and some other
mhm,
parts, but rest of the country farmers don't have any problems. In fact, South India there is no problem, and rest of the country, and there are farmers who want implementation of these laws.
right.
So that is one issue. But the one point where the court was rather cautioned by senior advocate Mr. Haris Salve, who is representing one of the petitioners who wants these protesting farmers to be removed from daily roads, was that the court should see to it that once the court has ordered stay on the implementation of these laws,
Mm,
the farmers should not insist. They should not take it as a sort of indication that everything they have won or they are going to win.
right,
This, because next could be they would insist on complete repeal of the laws,
that's
and
true.
they would further harden their stand. So
Right.
that should not happen. The
Okay.
second was the court wanted that if the court is setting up committee,
Mhm,
the farmers should also join the proceedings before the committee, where the
right.
committee would hear all the sides and then try to amicably solve the problem. So let's see what happens and what all points are there in the formal order, which is to be passed by the court tomorrow.
Well, thank you so much, Satya. Important insights you provided for the hearing that happened during the day, and as you
Uh,
mentioned, important date tomorrow when an order is expected to be delivered by the Supreme Court. Remains to be seen what kind of an order the Supreme Court comes in. Though it is indicated that it could, in fact, stay the operation of these three laws, but it remains the formal order. Once it comes in, we'll be able to know what exactly
yeah,
Supreme Court has.
Rohit, just one last thing. It was quite good to see a very assertive Supreme Court, because of late the Supreme Court has been accused of, being a slightly showing deference to the executive. Today, the court was quite assertive. One, and second, the court went on to say that we are the Supreme Court of India, and we know we'll do our job. So this is, and the court was very, very assertive. So it was quite good to see the change. Not that Supreme Court is not assertive, but given the fact that in recent past it has been accused of showing too much deference to the executive,
Right.
that was one of the points that we could notice.
Okay. Thank you so much, Satya. As you mentioned, assertive Supreme Court of India, some strong observation made by the court. Now, the formal order, which will come in tomorrow, that will reveal what is going to happen in the next few days. Thank you so much for joining us. You can keep on following us on our social media platforms, and also follow on our website, www.tribunemedia.com, for news and updates. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.